Hello everybody and welcome to all. I am Dr. M. Armugham, Assistant Professor and Head, PG and Research Department of Botany, JJ College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Pudukkottai, Tamil Nadu. Today the topic of my presentation is cell. Then what is a cell means? The cell is the basic structural and functional unit of living organism. In other words, the cell makes up living things and carry out the activities that maintain living things in an allied situation. And the cell theory is comprising of so many components, and cell theory is collection of ideas and conclusions from many and various scientists over time that describes cells and how cells operates. And the first one is all known living things are made up of one or more cells. And second one is all living cells arises from pre-existing cell only by the division itself. And third one is cell is the basic unit of structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Then cell lines of this concept is concerned. In 1665, Robert Hooke, that person is Robert Hooke, he discovered a cell. And in 1674, that Anton von Leeuwenhoek observed the living cell. In Robert Brown, in the year 1883, he discovered the nucleus. And the cell theory timeline is continuous. And in 1835, the Felix has discovered the fluid that is called sap content of the cell. In 1838, Sheldon proposed the all plants are made up of cells. And then Bergelen is named the fluid content of the cell is called as protoplasm. And meantime, in 1839, Schwann is proposed the all the animals also made up of living cells. And 1845, then Carl proposed a basic cell is a basic unit of life. And in 1855, then Virchow has proposed that a cell has been produced from the pre-existing cell itself. This is the unicellular organism. That the slide shows that a living organism that made up of only one cell is called as unicellular organism. Example, Paramecium, Euglena, and also yeast. And this slide shows that a living organism is made up of more than one cell is called as multicellular organism. Then this is animal cell, and this is plant, and this also fungus. And this slide shows that then multicellular organism under the microscopic, when you look upon to that cells under the microscopic condition, we can have this. This is the plant cell, especially the leaf cells, because it contains the more amount of chlorophylls. Here the animal cell is don't have any chlorophyll, as well as this is called as muscle cells. And what about the size of the cell is concerned? It is vary from one size to another size. Most of the cells are very small, that is called microscopic, and some may be very large, that is called macroscopic. The unit used to measure the cell size is called as micrometer. You know that 1 micrometer is equal to 1 by 1000 millimeter. Then what about the smallest cell is concerned? This is called as mycoplasma like organism. This is also prokaryotic cell. The size of the cell is about the 0.1 millimeter. And next question arises, which one is the largest cell? Means it is called as ostrich egg cells. This size about the 18 centimeter in a single cell. When look upon to the structure of cell, the detailed structure of the cell has been studied under the microscope that is called a compound microscope or in the electron microscope. The certain structure also has been seen under the electron microscope. When you look up under the electron microscope, that is called ultra structure of a cell. Then this is called as compound microscope. This is a compound microscope. The compound microscope can be magnified up to 2 lakhs x, and this is called the electron microscope, and it can be magnified up to then 50 lakhs. This is the typical plant cell. This is a typical plant cell. In the plant cell consisting of so many organelles, right from the nucleus. This is the nucleus. This is the nucleus, and this is a Golgi body. This is a Golgi body, and this is a vesicles. This is a vesicle, and fourth one is called lysosomes. Then fifth one is called plasma membrane. This is a plasma membrane. This is called mitochondria. This is a mitochondria. The sixth one is mitochondria, and seventh one is chloroplast, and eighth one is a cell wall. You have to get clear the what is the difference between major difference between animal cell and plant cell is one is a cell wall and another one is called chloroplast. And this is a very big organelle in the cell is called vacuole, and this is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it don't have any ribosomes which attached. Then 11th one is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is attached with the ribosomes. This is a nucleus which is present in the nucleus, central core place of nucleus. This is the typical plant cell. And this is a typical animal cell, the same like that. This is a nucleus, this is a nucleus, and second one is called Golgi body, and this is vesicles, and fourth one is called plasma membrane, and fifth one is mitochondria, and sixth one is cytoskeleton, and seventh one is this is called centriole, and eighth one is called lysosome. This is cytoplasm. Ninth one is cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is the space between plasma membrane to nucleus. And 10th one is called rough endoplasmic reticulum, and this is smooth endoplasmic reticulum as said earlier. And 12th is nucleolus. This is a typical animal cell. And this is a bacterial cell which comprises so many organelles. This is a prokaryotic typical plant cell. One is this is a capsule, outermost layer, and this is called two is cell wall, and third one is plasma membrane, and fourth one is called cytoplasm, and fifth one is called flagellum. This is a flagellum, and sixth one is called this is a food granule. This is a food granules, and seventh one is called plasmid extra chromosomal body, and eighth one is called ribosomes, and ninth one is called a nucleoid. This is called pili, and this is a typical prokaryotic cell. And thank you for listening to my presentation. Thank you very much.